Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are making body butter. This is a home natural way of making it. It doesn't have any preservatives, so the whole thing's a little bit different than if you were to actually buy it from a store. For this recipe you will need shea butter, cocoa butter, mango butter, coconut oil, and avocado oil. And then pick a essential oil, preferably therapeutic grade. The reason why you want therapeutic grade is that's where the healing properties and all the benefits that you hear people talk about with essential oils are in. So, basically all you do is measure out a half cup of shea butter, a fourth cup of cocoa butter, a fourth cup of mango butter, a half cup of coconut oil. And then once you have all of that in the bowl, you'll want to stick it in the microwave for 30-second increments. And the reason why you do 30 seconds and not just 5 minutes so it's all melted is because you really want to preserve the natural qualities in the butters that help with healing and protecting your skin and stuff like that. So once you get all of that melted down, you will want to add a half cup of avocado oil. And then you will stick it in the freezer. Now I stuck mine in the freezer a little too long. You don't want it to be completely solid. You want it maybe about halfway solid and halfway still liquid. Just keep an eye on it. Sometimes I've noticed that, like, depending on the temperature of the bowl, depending on the temperature of the season, all of this affects on how quickly it all melts and how quickly it solidifies in the freezer. So after you pull it out of the freezer, you'll want to get a mixer and whip it up. And it should whip up pretty quickly. Get a spatula, scrape the edges off, and then whip it up some more. Once it's completely whipped, you will want to take the essential oil that you picked and add around 30 drops of it. You don't really need any more than that, just enough to get a good scent. Then you'll whip it up some more, and then you just stick it in whatever container that you want. And that is all you do to make the body butter. It's really simple, really easy. But we are going to talk about storing it different. And see, this is leftovers from everything I put in the containers. And if you look at it, see, it's nice and creamy, but if you touch it, you see that it's really oily, and you don't really need much. Like, if you take and put, let me show you, that much, just see that? That's all you need to get your hands really, really good. And it's very, very moisturizing, very healing, but if you use too much, you'll know. If you put too much on your skin, you will have problems rubbing it in. You'll look really oily and glossy, and it'll get into your clothes. So remember, if you make this, a little bit goes a long way, and you don't really need a lot. The other thing is, because this is all natural, there's no preservatives, and I will say this too, not everybody realizes this, but even natural preservatives can irritate your skin, which is another reason why I like to make a lot of my own skincare, because I can bypass a lot of the things that my skin gets irritated by, which is why it took me using beauty boxes to realize that I have a skin condition. But anyways, if you take this, because this is natural, it doesn't have the preservatives to keep it in this consistency if exposed to extreme heat. If you leave this like in your car on a hot day, this will melt and it will become liquid, and then when you put it in the freezer, it will be a solid, just like when you made it. So if you want to keep it in this form, just keep it in a moderately cool environment. If it does solidify and become more of a salve, all you have to do is whip it, and that's it. But it's a really great moisturizing salve or body butter, and it's really good for your skin. If you want it to have more anti-wrinkle properties, you can go to your local health vitamin shop and get DMAE in liquid form, and you could add a few drops. You don't want to add a lot, just a few drops into it when you whip it, and that will actually help with reducing wrinkles and stuff like that. But the thing is, if you're going to add something like the DMAE to it, you also have to remember that it will make this a little bit more, I wouldn't say liquidy, it just won't be as solid. So just be aware of that if you're going to add it. But that, you know, it's a very simple little trick where you could just kind of upgrade your body butter a little bit if that's something you want to do. But that's pretty much it. That's all you need to do. It's a very simple and easy recipe, and it's a great way to keep your skin moist, especially during those dry winter months. I know we're approaching summer now. Some of us are experiencing the heat, like in North Carolina, just saying. But it is very good to keep your body, your skin just dry and moisturized in dry climates, and it's wonderful, and I do recommend trying it.